The Holt 45 crawler tractor was one of the early giants of tracked machinery, built by the Holt Manufacturing Company in the late 1910s to early 1920s, before Holt later became part of Caterpillar. Designed for heavy agricultural and industrial work, the Holt 45 used steel tracks to spread its weight, allowing it to work where wheeled tractors would sink or lose traction. Its primary jobs included plowing tough ground, pulling large implements, road building, and heavy hauling on farms and construction sites. In this remarkable scene from the Irvin Baker collection, one Holt 45 is used to pull another that had not moved in years. It is a powerful demonstration of the machine's original purpose, moving heavy loads through sheer mechanical strength and steady torque. Watching a Holt 45 come back to life just enough to be moved is a reminder of how durable and overbuilt these early crawlers were. The slow, deliberate movement, the sound of metal tracks, and the sight of one crawler rescuing another create a strong emotional connection to the past. This moment captures the spirit of early mechanization, when reliability mattered more than speed. As these historic machines prepare for auction with Altman vintage power, they stand not only as valuable collectibles, but as living symbols of an era that laid the foundation for modern tractors and bulldozers. Vistula KZB-3B grain harvester, a classic Polish combine built around 1969. Designed for small to medium farms, the Vistula was created to harvest cereals efficiently by cutting, threshing, and cleaning grain in one continuous process. It played an important role in modernizing agriculture across Eastern Europe during the late 1960s and 1970s. Watching this machine work during harvest brings a strong sense of nostalgia and respect for past engineering. Its steady rhythm, mechanical sounds, and simple construction remind us of a time when farming relied on durability, skill, and tradition rather than electronics. The 1929 Caterpillar 60 is a powerful reminder of the early days of tractor development and heavy earth-moving. Built in the late 1920s, the Cat 60 was designed as a general-purpose crawler tractor, widely used for farming, road construction, logging, and industrial work. Its rugged steel tracks provided excellent traction on soft ground, making it ideal for pushing dirt, pulling heavy loads, and operating early dozers or scrapers. For its time, the Caterpillar 60 represented reliability and brute strength, helping shape the future of modern construction equipment. At the 2017 K&O show, this Cat 60 was hand-started and put to work pushing a small amount of dirt before being loaded onto a trailer. Watching such a machine come to life is a rare and special experience. The slow, steady rhythm of the engine, even running below normal speed due to a carburetor in need of adjustment, adds to its character rather than taking away from it. The deliberate pace reminds viewers that these machines were built to work hard all day, not to run fast. This tractor only runs when it is brought out for the show, which makes every startup feel meaningful. There is a strong sense of respect when hearing the engine fire after decades of careful preservation. Seeing the Cat 60 still capable of moving Earth nearly a century after it was built creates a deep emotional connection to the people who once depended on it. It stands as a living piece of history, honoring the skill, determination, and mechanical ingenuity of an earlier era. This homemade riding garden tractor is built around a standard twin-cylinder engine from the 1940s to early 1950s. Standard twin engines were designed for walk-behind tractors, but this conversion demonstrates creative engineering and practical thinking. The smooth, reliable power made it suitable for garden and light farm work. The machine carries a strong feeling of craftsmanship and pride, reflecting the innovative spirit and historical importance of early garden tractor development. The Agricat mini dozer is a compact crawler machine built in the 1950s, powered by a reliable Briggs & Stratton Model 23A gasoline engine. Designed for small-scale earth moving, it was commonly used on farms, orchards, and construction sites for light dozing, leveling ground, clearing debris, and maintaining roads or driveways. Its simple mechanical design made it easy to operate and maintain, even for individual owners. Though small in size, the Agricat was surprisingly capable and represented an important step in bringing crawler-type equipment to smaller jobs. Seeing a 1950s Agricat mini dozer still running today creates a strong sense of respect and nostalgia, reminding us of a time when machines were built with simplicity, durability, and honest hard work in mind. This homemade tractor is a fascinating example of early rural ingenuity, built around a Norwegian hit-and-miss engine of the TRYG brand, rated at approximately 5 to 6 horsepower. The engine itself was manufactured around 1919, a period when small stationary engines were widely used for farm and workshop power. By adapting such an engine to a tractor chassis, the builder created a simple but highly practical machine suited to light agricultural work. The hit-and-miss engine operates at low speed, firing only when needed, which made it economical and reliable for farmers with limited fuel and resources. On this tractor, the engine provided enough power for tasks such as pulling small implements, hauling loads, or moving equipment around the farmyard. The design is basic, with exposed mechanical parts, reflecting both the technology of the time and the hands-on skills of its maker. Beyond its technical features, this tractor carries strong emotional value. It represents creativity, self-reliance, and the determination to make useful machinery from what was available. Hearing the slow, rhythmic beat of the Threshing engine brings a sense of history to life, reminding us of an era when innovation was driven by necessity and craftsmanship rather than factories. The 1913 IHC Mogul tractor, built by International Harvester in the early 1910s, was designed to replace horses on large farms. Powered by a slow-revving gasoline engine, it handled heavy plowing, belt work, and field hauling with steady reliability. Simple, rugged, and efficient for its time. The Mogul represents the exciting dawn of mechanized agriculture and the determination of early farmers embracing modern power. The Burrow traction engine seen hauling a heavy load at the Great Dorset Steam Fair 2022 is a powerful example of British steam engineering. Built mainly in the early 1900s, Burrow engines were designed for heavy haulage, road transport, and agricultural work. Their strong steam power and gearing allowed them to pull massive loads with ease. Watching sparks fly from the chimney creates a thrilling, emotional connection to the hard-working spirit of the steam age. The 1922 Holt combine stands as a powerful reminder of early mechanized agriculture in the American Midwest. Built in the early 1920s, this combine was designed to harvest, thresh, and clean grain in one continuous operation, greatly reducing the labor once required for small grain farming. Last used for harvest in 1963, it represents the durability and engineering strength that made Holt machines famous. Seen at the Tri-State Antique Engine and Threshers Association show in Bird City, Kansas, this combine was started and run during cleanup day after the 2021 show, then carefully moved under its own power for winter storage. Watching it run again brings a deep sense of respect for the farmers who relied on such machines through long, dusty harvest seasons. The sound, motion, and presence of this Holt combine connect us emotionally to a time when progress was measured in steel, sweat, and perseverance. The Altman tractor is a fine example of early American agricultural engineering restored with great care by Murray Johansson. Built in the early 1900s, Altman tractors were designed to replace horsepower and bring reliable mechanical strength to farms. These machines were commonly used for plowing, belt work, and pulling heavy equipment, making them essential during the transition from animal power to mechanized farming. With its large steel wheels, simple but durable engine, and rugged frame, the Altman tractor reflects a time when strength and reliability mattered more than speed or comfort. Seeing a restored Altman tractor running again creates a strong emotional connection to the past, honoring the farmers and craftsmen who helped shape modern agriculture. The Soviet BTM-3 high-speed trench-digging vehicle is a powerful piece of Cold War military engineering designed specifically for rapid battlefield construction. Built on the ATT tractor chassis, which itself was derived from a reverse T-54 tank layout, the BTM-3 entered service around the late 1960s to early 1970s. Its main role was to dig communication trenches or prepare routes for cables and pipelines in non-frozen soil. The machine could cut trenches 1.5 to 1.8 meters deep and about 1.1 meters wide, with an impressive digging speed of up to 800 meters per hour. Equipped with both a trenching mechanism and a bulldozer blade, the BTM-3 feels like a heavy class support unit, slow to turn but unstoppable once it starts its mission, leaving behind clear, purposeful lines in the earth. Steam heavy haulage at the Welland Steam Fair is a powerful display of Britain's industrial heritage. Legendary traction engines such as the Burrell's Majesty, the McLaren Boadicea, and the Fowler the Great Noise represent the peak of steam haulage engineering from around the 1900 to 1915 period. Built to move immense loads at low speed, these engines demonstrate incredible torque, craftsmanship, and reliability. Watching them work together is deeply emotional, combining thunderous sound, heat, and motion, and bringing the strength and pride of the steam age vividly back to life. The preserved Fowler Gyrotiller, built by John Fowler and Company of Leeds around 1935, is a powerful and fascinating agricultural machine. Designed to work like an early rotavator, it was especially effective at breaking virgin ground and removing deep tree roots on plantations. Its twin counter-rotating tines dug nearly 2 feet deep, showing impressive engineering and leaving a strong emotional connection to farming innovation of its era. The 1908 IHC 20 horsepower friction drive tractor is an early and important machine in agricultural history. Built around 1908 by International Harvester Company, it was designed for heavy field work such as plowing, belt threshing, and hauling. Its friction drive system was innovative for the time, allowing smooth power transfer. Seeing this tractor move again in 2021 is deeply emotional, bringing the sound, strength, and spirit of early farming back to life. Built around 1917, the Minneapolis Threshing Company 40 to 80 tractor was a powerful prairie machine designed for heavy plowing, threshing, and belt work on large farms. Driving this century-old giant at the 100-plus Years of Progress show in Carthage, North Carolina feels inspiring, connecting modern hands to the raw strength, sound, and spirit of early mechanized agriculture from a bygone era. The 1921 International Harvester 8-16 tractor is a remarkable example of early farm machinery, representing the transition from animal power to mechanized agriculture. Built in the early 1920s, it was designed for plowing, belt work, and general field tasks on small to medium farms. This original unrestored tractor still carries visible factory paint and IH decals, showing its authentic history. Its solid steel wheels and rare original air cleaner highlight careful storage and preservation. Watching the 8-16 start and run smoothly creates a strong emotional connection, bringing the sights and sounds of early American farming back to life, and reminding us of the pride and durability behind these pioneering machines. The homemade tracked vehicle known as Vanic is a custom-built all-terrain machine designed to operate in snow, mud, and rough off-road conditions. It features a welded steel frame, a compact engine, and wide tracks that provide strong traction and low ground pressure. The simple and robust construction shows a practical approach to engineering, focused on reliability rather than appearance. Vanic is capable of carrying people or light cargo across terrain where normal vehicles cannot travel. Watching this machine in action creates a strong emotional impression, as it reflects creativity, determination, and a deep passion for building functional machines by hand. This homemade Plymouth tractor dates to around 1941, when it was built from a 1930 Plymouth car using a Chevy truck transmission and a Model TT rear axle. Designed for practical farm and hauling work, it pulled rocks, firewood, and building materials like a small pickup. Still running today, it reflects ingenuity, family tradition, and the proud spirit of homemade tractors from the Depression and World War II era. The Flower City one-cylinder tractor, built in the early 1910s by Minneapolis Steel and Machinery Company, represents the dawn of mechanized farming. Designed mainly for belt work and light field duties, its simple engine delivered steady, reliable power. Watching this tractor offload in 2013 evokes deep respect, as its slow rhythm and heavy iron remind us of the hard work, ingenuity, and pride of early farmers. The UPS 1-46 narrow gauge railroad spreader is a specialized track maintenance machine designed to shape and clean the ballast and drainage along railway lines. Produced in the Soviet era, mainly from the 1960s onward, it was widely used on forest and industrial narrow gauge railways. In this 2020 demonstration on the Kurinsky Narrow Gauge Railway in Kirov Oblast, the UPS 1-46 is powered by a Tu-7A diesel locomotive after sitting unused for about 15 years. Once in action, the spreader unfolds its wings and is slowly pulled along the track, forming a correct and stable track profile while clearing ditches. Watching this machine work again inspires respect for durable engineering, created to serve safety and reliability for generations of railway workers.